If you are over 65 years old, simply walking may no longer be enough to keep your legs truly strong and your body truly independent. You may already feel this very clearly. Every day you still make the effort to walk a few laps around your house or around the park, just as your doctor advised. But every time you stand up from a low chair, it still feels like a struggle. When you go up and down the stairs, you have to grip the handrail tightly. When you walk across the living room, there is always a small worry in the back of your mind. If I trip right now, will I be able to catch myself? I am not saying this to frighten you. I am saying it because I have seen so many older adults who walk diligently every day, yet their muscles, their balance, and their confidence still fade slowly, year after year. In this video, I want to give you something smarter than simply walk more. I want to share 5 simple doctor-approved exercises that take only about 5 minutes, but can help you build strength, improve balance, and protect your independence even better than a regular walk. And if you stay with me until the end, I will guide you through a short leg test that takes only 10 to 20 seconds so you can check for yourself how stable your legs are today. First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Howard Tucker. I am a physician who specializes in joint health and longevity, and I have spent many years working with patients in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. People who share the same worries about falling, weak legs, and slowly losing their independence, just like you. The channel you are watching is called Elderly Wisdom Diaries. Here we try to bring together modern medical science and life wisdom that has been proven over time so that you can live longer, healthier, and more peacefully in your own home. All of the exercises in today's video are very simple. You can do them right at home without any special equipment, and they are all designed for people over 65 years old. However, if you have serious heart disease, frequent chest pain, dizziness, or you have recently had surgery, please talk with your own doctor before you start following the exercises in this video. Before anything else, I want to make one thing very clear. Walking is very good for you. It helps your heart work better, your lungs breathe more deeply, your mind relax, and your sleep become more restful. If you already have a daily walking habit, that is a wonderful habit, and I would never tell you to stop walking. However, walking alone is not enough to keep your legs truly strong and stable after 65. When you walk, several important muscle groups are not fully activated, such as the muscles at the front of your thighs and your gluteal muscles, which are the main engines that help you stand up and sit down. The muscles along the sides of your hips, which keep your steps from collapsing inward or wobbling to one side, are also not strongly challenged. The small muscles around your ankles, which are very important for keeping your balance when you stumble or slip, are often not trained enough by walking on flat ground. It is not only about muscles. Your body's balance system, which includes your brain, your inner ears, and the deep stabilizing muscles along your spine, also needs more specific training than just walking in a straight line. When these muscle groups and this balance system are not trained separately and properly, the consequences are easy to see. Standing up from a chair or from the toilet becomes difficult, and you have to strain or ask someone to pull you up. Your steps become short, your feet shuffle along the floor, and you do not dare to take a longer, confident stride, which makes it very easy to catch the edge of a rug, a doorway, or a raised tile. You begin to feel that you are no longer fully in control. You are afraid of tripping, afraid of falling, and you feel that you always need someone to walk beside you. Your confidence slowly fades. That is why today, instead of simply telling you to walk more, I want to give you a smarter 5-minute routine that targets exactly the weak points that walking alone cannot fix. Now, to help you picture it clearly, I will quickly walk you through the structure of this 5-minute routine. We will have 5 movements. For each movement, you will exercise for about 40 seconds, then rest for 20 seconds, before moving on to the next one. In total, it is only about 5 minutes for one full round, but if you do it regularly, the effects can be very noticeable. During the entire routine, you can hold onto the back of a chair, the edge of a table, or a wall to feel safer. You can do everything right in your living room, on a normal floor, without a mat, and without any special equipment. These 5 movements are designed to cover all the areas that walking usually misses. One movement focuses on the strength of your thighs and gluteal muscles, so that you can stand up and sit down more easily. One movement targets your calves and circulation, helping to pump blood more effectively and support your heart. One movement trains your balance to reduce your risk of falling. One movement strengthens your hips and knees, so that stepping sideways and turning around inside your home feels more stable. The last movement focuses on your ankles and your walking pattern, so that every step is clear and solid, without dragging and without that constant fear of tripping. These are not just little exercises to do for fun. This is a small 5-minute program with a clear design, aimed exactly at what people over 65 years old truly need in daily life. Exercise number 1, chair sit to stand. Now, we will start with the first exercise, which is also the most important one, because it is directly related to how you stand up from a chair, from your bed, or from the toilet every single day. Please sit on a sturdy chair with the chair back preferably against a wall. Place your feet on the floor about hip-width apart, with your soles flat on the ground and your feet slightly forward so that you feel stable. From this position, lean your upper body slightly forward, then use the strength of your thighs and your gluteal muscles to push your body all the way up to standing. Stand tall, pause for a moment, and then slowly sit back down without letting yourself drop heavily into the chair. If you are still weak or doing this for the first time, you can press your hands on the edge of the chair or on your thighs to help you. When you become more familiar and stronger, you can try crossing your arms in front of your chest so that your leg and gluteal muscles have to work harder. As you practice, remember a few very important details. Keep your eyes looking forward and avoid bending your head and chest down toward the floor. When you stand up and sit down, your knees should not collapse inward. Keep them parallel and pointing straight ahead. This simple exercise helps you stand up more easily from a chair, from your bed, and from the toilet. It is also a kind of biological age test. After 65, the more solidly and confidently you can stand up and sit down, the more years of independence you are likely to keep for yourself. Exercise number 2, calf raises. The second exercise focuses on your calves, a muscle group that is often forgotten but acts like a second heart in your legs, helping to pump blood back toward your heart. Stand behind a chair and place your hands lightly on the chair back for balance. Slowly lift your heels off the floor, raising your whole body up onto the balls of your feet. Hold that position for about 1 second and feel your calves tighten. Then slowly lower your heels back down to touch the floor. Repeat this movement steadily and calmly. If you are a beginner, do this with both feet at the same time. When you are more comfortable and stronger, you can try lifting up on one foot while still keeping your hands firmly on the chair for safety. Pay attention to your posture. Keep your body upright and do not lean backward. Avoid bouncing up and down quickly like jumping rope. Move slowly and with control. As your calves become stronger, you will notice that going up and down stairs, walking up slopes, or stepping onto curbs feels more confident and less tiring. At the same time, blood circulation in your legs will improve, and your legs may feel less heavy and less numb or achy. Exercise number 3, marching in place, balance drill. The third exercise trains your balance and the coordination between your brain and your legs, which is a key factor in preventing falls. Stand next to a chair or next to a wall, with one hand resting there so you can hold on whenever you need to. Slowly lift one knee up as if you are walking in place. Then lower that foot back down and switch to the other leg. Continue stepping in place like this, slowly and rhythmically, without trying to kick your legs too high. When you feel more comfortable, you can make it a little more challenging. Each time you lift your foot off the floor, hold that foot in the air for about 2 to 3 seconds before you put it down. During this whole time, keep your eyes looking straight ahead. Your hand can still rest lightly on the chair, and you do not need to let go completely if you are not yet confident. Try not to stare down at your feet all the time. You only need to glance down quickly to know where your feet are, then bring your eyes back to the front. Keep your back straight and avoid swinging your upper body too much. If you feel your body wobble a little, that is not a bad sign. That is the moment when your brain is learning again how to keep your balance on one leg. This is exactly the skill that helps you avoid falling when you turn around, change direction suddenly, or catch the edge of a rug or a tile with your toe. Exercise number 4, side steps, hip strength. The fourth exercise helps strengthen the muscles on the sides of your hips, stabilizes your knees, and improves your ability to step sideways and turn your body, movements that you often use in the bathroom and in the kitchen. Stand behind a chair with your hands holding lightly onto the chair back. Start by stepping your right foot out to the side in a small step, then slide your left foot over to follow it back into a normal standing position. Next, step your left foot out to the side and bring your right foot over to follow. Continue stepping side to side like this. You do not need to take big steps. Small but steady steps are enough. If it is not convenient for you to move around much, you can simply stand in one place, gently lift one leg out to the side, then bring it back in, and then switch to the other leg. This is a simpler version of what therapists call a hip abduction movement. While you practice, keep your knees slightly bent and do not lock them straight. Make sure your feet point straight ahead and do not turn outward too much. This exercise will help you feel more confident when you need to step sideways to avoid an obstacle, step into the shower, move around a narrow kitchen, or turn your body to change direction. It also helps reduce that pattern of walking with your feet close together and shuffling along the floor. And it increases your stability when you turn your head and shoulders to look to either side. Exercise number 5, heel to toe walk, ankle, and gait. The last exercise focuses on your ankles and your walking pattern, helping each of your steps become clearer and more complete, instead of dragging along without real stability. Choose a stretch of space along the back of a chair or close to a wall. Slowly walk along an imaginary straight line so that the heel of your front foot touches the toes of your back foot as if you are walking on a thin painted line. Continue walking forward in this way, one careful step at a time. If this version feels too difficult, you can do an easier version. Walk normally, but pay attention so that with every step, your heel touches the ground first. Then your foot rolls forward through the middle of the foot and finally to the toes. The goal is to train your feet to roll smoothly through heel, midfoot, and toes, rather than dragging the entire foot across the floor. Throughout this exercise, keep your eyes looking straight ahead. You can choose a point about 3 to 6 feet in front of you to focus on. One hand should always be ready to rest on the chair or the wall. You do not need to let go if you do not feel safe. If you practice this exercise regularly, you will notice that your walking becomes less shuffling, and your risk of catching the edge of a rug, a tile, or a small stone goes down. Your ankles will become more flexible, and your reflexes will improve when you slip slightly, which helps reduce the chance of a serious fall. This is one of those small but powerful secrets that allow your legs to stay steady and confident even after the age of 65. In this way, the entire program today is contained in just 5 movements. Each movement takes about 40 seconds, followed by 20 seconds of rest, for a total of about 5 minutes for one full round. It is brief, but if you do it regularly, your body will clearly feel the difference. During the first 1 to 2 weeks, simply try to complete 1 round each day. That alone is already very good. When your leg muscles begin to adapt and you feel that standing up is easier and your steps are more stable, you can increase to 2 rounds and then 3 rounds, which is about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your strength. There is no need to compare yourself to anyone else. You can choose very ordinary times of day to do this routine. You might do it right after you wake up, as a small ritual to wake up your legs before you start your day. You might do it before your walk, as a smart warm-up to make your walking session more effective. Or you might do it before you sit down to watch television in the evening, as 5 minutes of self-care before you relax. There is no need to do anything grand or extreme. What matters is consistency. After 65, strength does not come from exhausting workouts. It comes from small habits that you repeat day after day. Before we finish, I would like to invite you to do a small test for your legs right where you are with no equipment at all. Sit down on a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. From that position, stand up and sit back down 5 times, moving slowly and with control. Do not rush, and do not let yourself drop back into the chair. If you need to, you can place your hands gently on your thighs to help. Pay attention to how your body responds. Do you feel very tired after 5 repetitions? Do you need to stop in the middle to catch your breath? Do your knees tremble, or do you feel that your legs are losing balance? If you keep doing this 5-minute routine for a few weeks and then repeat this little test, there is a very good chance that you will notice a change. You may stand up more easily, need less effort, and no longer feel as out of breath as before. But the most important thing is not only that your legs are stronger. The truly important thing is that you feel confident walking into the bathroom, sitting down on and standing up from the toilet by yourself, bathing and changing clothes by yourself, and if you do trip lightly, you still have a real chance to get up on your own without having to sit there and wait for your children or grandchildren to find you. After 65, strength is no longer about how big your muscles look. It is about whether you still have enough strength to live your own life with dignity and peace. If you decide to try this 5-minute routine, I would really love to hear that from you. Leave a comment below with the words "I am starting today" as a small promise to yourself that today you begin taking your leg health more seriously. If you find this video helpful, you can press the like button and subscribe to the Elderly Wisdom Diaries channel. Here we have many more videos about balance, memory, breathing, sleep, and inner peace after the age of 60, all built on scientific knowledge and real-life experience with older adults. And if you are wondering, are my legs getting weaker faster than they should? Then after this video, I invite you to watch another one where we walk through 3 early warning signs that your legs may be aging faster than is safe, signs that many people unfortunately ignore. I look forward to seeing you in the next video where we continue the journey of keeping your later years strong, wise, and peaceful, one day at a time.